generally the criticism will be, well, that's a crap ball because he's been that way.
You're not impressed. Like, you're happy with it. You're not happy with that. he was just like, are you done? That's it.
Some people don't grasp that.
Come on!
The bowlers are allowed to bowl well, but the batsmen can still do better than them.
How's that look?
So but the criticism,
Mate, you just missed the greatest bit of green screening ever.
Always looks a good day to me, but we can find out from somebody who knows. Now, this guy needs no introduction, who is standing next to me. Welcome back to Edgbaston, Ian Bell. How does it feel to be back here?
Really good to be back. Obviously, it looks like the sun's coming in and out. It should be a great day. So it's set up really nicely. Two good teams.
What are those days like, Belly? You know, when you have to come in and do all this production and preparation for the T20 season.
It's great, isn't it? I mean, I think all the players are looking forward to T20 when it comes round. Obviously, the fans get going. And it's what you really enjoy, isn't it? Especially having spectators. Having a whole season without spectators was really hard for the players and everyone. So, look, I think everyone's really excited to get out there, and should be, again, like I said, a great game today. Two great sides. Ben Stokes here as well, which is perfect.
Of course, you have been following the Bears closely. They've all been coming up to you today and having a chat with you. What do you make of the season so far?
Oh, brilliant season so far in all formats. It's great to see some young players really coming through and showing everyone the ability they have, which is perfect. It's obviously now getting to crunch time in the season in all the formats, but I'm really excited. The platform's set for hopefully a really exciting season and seasons to come, actually, and hopefully trophies are on their way back to Edgbaston.
You had a very impressive performance against Durham when you were playing T20 for us. Your memories of playing this format against Durham?
Some good ones. Yeah, it was always nice again to go to Chester Street and score some runs. I remember that innings. Again, it's a tough place to go. They're a good side. And I'm expecting again a good performance from our guys tonight. But yeah, it was always good playing against Durham. Like I said, they were competitive. Had some good pace in their attack sometimes. So yeah, loved it. Really enjoyed it.
You mentioned Ben Stokes. Very quickly, someone came up to you before, Sam Hain. He has broken your record, I'm afraid, Belly. How do you feel about that?
That's okay. I mean, like I said, it's great. I mean, Sam's a very fine player. Hopefully, he won't be scoring more runs for Birmingham. He's going to be scoring runs for England in the near future. So that's the important thing. But great that the way he's playing. He's the senior player in the team now. The likes of myself and Trotty moving on, and there's a lot of responsibility with him, and he's shining really well at the moment.
What are you excited to see happening out there today?
Yeah, just a really good performance. I think we've seen already so far with glimpses, or certainly with our spin department. Briggs and Lintott have been outstanding. I think we've missed Lintott. But yeah, just hopefully a really clinical performance, get the batting firing. I think on these hybrid pitches, it's not easy for bowlers. So again, chasing is probably an advantage. But a high-scoring game, and like I said, hopefully Warwickshire or Birmingham, can put it all together.
It is always lovely to have you back here, Ian. I'm hoping that you're going to stick around for the rest of the game, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later. But for now, have a good afternoon. Enjoy the game. Go well.
Thank you.
Belly, what a legend. Can we give it up for Belly, please? Yeah, I think he deserves that. Now, of course, our current games are taking place, and we have got an audience back, but it's not the only competition that is taking place at the moment. Euro 2020 is, of course, underway a year later than expected. So we thought we'd test out the Bears' footballing skills. Let's have a look at how they did.
The ball's about to get hit out of the stands there. Can we control it? So easily. I always do that, and I know it. If I could only be some kind of poet, if I could
Didn't look that bad, did it? I think they did quite a good job. So, here at Edgbaston, we do have a few rules. Of course, we've got social distancing rules, which are in place today. Please make sure you do adhere to them through the course of the day. Make sure you stay away, keep distance between other groups. Don't sit directly in front or behind another, and do stay in your chosen seat where you can. But we also have other rules here. If you're new to the game, we're going to talk you through those shortly, but there is one thing that everybody sitting in the Eric Holly's stand, which is just to the left of me, should know, and that we're going to have a practice of this, right? You've not done it for a whole season, guys, but can you repeat after me, please? You Bears!
Same wicket as... Hybrid wicket, isn't it?
Yeah, that was all right. It's all right. So, can we do it again one more time? We really need to get behind the Bears today. 1, 2, 3. You Bears! Hollies are doing a very good job over here. Well, the rest of you, I think you need to try a little bit harder. Through the course of the game, though, make sure you follow us on social media. Use the hashtag.
We didn't really know.
You Bears, come on, you let me
get 130.
You Bears!
Carried on being positive.
Very good, very good. Or you can hashtag Bears Den if you're sitting in your very own Bears Den. If you haven't got the app, make sure you download it. It's free on iOS or Android. You can order food and drink to your seat, but if you're at home, you can also take part in polls, watch the coverage of the game, and celebrate with the players. Now, as I said, some of you here today may not have been to Edgbaston before, so welcome to the ground. We hope you enjoy your day. And let's take a look at some of the rules that you might not understand.
Rolled for 100 or 120, and rather than sort of petering to 140 and together. Then if someone, with our back line up, you could
played by two teams of 11 players.
You can end up
batters, the bowlers, and there's one wicket-keeper.
I think we got a couple of times into
Both teams have a chance to bat and bowl. Look out for the coin toss. That's how they decide which team bats or bowls. Each team has 20 overs to score as many runs as possible. The team with the most runs wins the... 1 over is made up of 6 good deliveries from the bowler. To score runs, batters hit the ball, run between the stumps. If the ball reaches the boundary, it's 4 runs, and if it's there without bouncing, that's a 6. While the batting team is scoring runs, the bowling team are trying to stop them and get the batters out by taking wickets. A few ways batters can be out are caught, run out, stumped, and LW. Watch out for signals from the umpires, 4s, 6s, wickets, and these when a bad delivery has been bowled. Bad deliveries add runs to the batting team's score, and the bowler must bowl an extra ball. If you see the umpire doing this, the next ball is a free hit, and the batter cannot be out, bowled, caught, W or stumped. And those are all the basics you need to know to get behind your team in this year's Vitality Blast competition.
The sun is coming out. Edgbaston, we are minutes away from the game starting. Are you ready?
Yeah. Who will open for these boys? Graham Clark, Bedingham.
Apparently so. Stokes in at 3.
Bedingham, yeah. That's a good player. I played him in under 19s actually. I played for under 19s.
Well, it's that time again. Time for a bit of rock and roll.
Carse is,
Huge wicket! Oh, have a look at that! That's brilliant! What a catch! And boy, did they need that!
Well, this is punishing stuff from Dummy Man. He keeps going and going.
Oh, excellent catch! God, what a delivery! That is an absolute beauty! That is magnificent! Got to be quick here! Oh, brilliant work class, David Willie! Oh, he's gone again! He's gone again, this time straight!
He's actually really up. He's good value, yeah.
Please welcome onto the field your umpires for today, Peter Hartley and Chris Watts. And leading your Birmingham Bears, Captain Will Rhodes.
Welcome to Edgbaston this afternoon for this vitality blast encounter between the Birmingham Bears.
Opening the batting for Durham, Daniel Bedingham and Graham Clark.
To bowl first, there is one change to the side which was beaten on Thursday night by the Derbyshire Bulldogs. Jacob Bethell coming in to make his home debut.
Danny Briggs to open the bowling for the Bears from the Birmingham end.
Well, it's going to be Danny Briggs to get us underway. David Bedingham and Graham Clark are the two openers for Durham, who were beaten last night by Worcestershire, but of course they were victorious against the Bears last Saturday up at Chesterton Street. Both on 9 points. The Bears slightly ahead on run rate in the table, so a huge clash. And it's going to be Briggs to get us underway, bowling to Bedingham at this from the pavilion end on that. From the Birmingham end. Bedingham down at this pavilion end, of course, and it's going to be a second ball from Briggs played into the leg side alongside me. First up today, one of two against the Bears last Saturday up at Chesterton Street. Both on 9 points. The Bears slightly ahead on run rate in the table, so a huge clash. And it's going to be Briggs to get us underway, bowling to Bedingham at this from the pavilion end on that. From the Birmingham end. Bedingham down at this pavilion end, of course, and it's going to be a second ball from Briggs as well from Danny Briggs as he bowls the fourth ball of this first over that's turned into the leg side. There's going to be one more to the total and 3 without loss from the opening 4 deliveries. And interesting change to the Bears lineup. We'll get your thoughts in a moment, Dom, on Jacob Bethell's inclusion. That's again played back down beyond Briggs and is easily fielded.
On Jacob Bethell, I've played with him a couple of times in the second team, and what strikes me about him is, for a 17-year-old, how calm he is. I mean, I remember playing at 17 and thinking how nervous I'd be, and in the first team being in awe of senior players, and he seems so relaxed. And I think that's probably one of his. Obviously, he's a very skilled young cricketer, but his temperament's something that stands out for me, and he seems like he doesn't get fazed by anything, and I'm sure he's going to do well today.
First over gone then, well bowled by Danny Briggs. He bowled well on Thursday night against Derbyshire without much luck. 3 without loss at the end of the first over. And due to the makeup of the team then, with Bethell replacing Norwell, it's going to be Craig Miles who's going to open up from this pavilion end rather than Tim Bresnan, who opened the bowling the other night, of course. And what are you up to at the moment? Are you quite just getting prepped, I'm guessing, for a bit of 4-day cricket and the potential announcement of the test squad for the series against India?
Yeah, certainly am. Been training a bit of red ball, and looking forward to getting into the second team next week and playing up at Leeds as Craig comes in there. He's got a new haircut, as you can see. It's pretty sharp, that, isn't it?
I was going to say, it's pretty decent. He bowled well on Thursday night, actually. Came back well. A couple of his overs went very cheaply. And first ball's on the dot, but does concede a single. 4 without loss. He's had a bit of ribbon for that haircut, has he?
I mean, just from here, it just looks. You can see it. It looks fresh, doesn't it? I think a few of the boys are getting stuck into him. I think as soon as you walk into the dressing room with a new haircut, you're always in for a bit of stick. But hopefully, you can pick a wicket up here.
He's in again from this pavilion end. That's got the outside edge of the bat. Real swipe at that time from Clark. Goes all the way to the boundary for 4. First of the innings for Graham Clark. Score on to 8 without loss. Clark on to 5.
These two, Bedingham and Clark, have been going really well. I wasn't surprised to see them just try and get through Danny Briggs' over. I think every time I've looked at the scores, Danny's got a wicket in the first over. So, and if I'm right in saying, I think he got Bedingham out in the first over up at the Riverside. So, I think they'll be looking to put the foot down here for the rest of the power play after getting through that Briggsy over.
In again once more is Miles. Swish at that one. It's the same pitch we used against Derbyshire the other night. One of these hybrids. How differently do the hybrids play to the kind of standard?
We've netted a lot in them on the Colts ground, and they they certainly grip more. I think in white ball cricket you've got a little bit more purchase when you go sort of cross seam and cutters. I think you get more grip, and I think after obviously it's a used wicket, and I think that's probably why we've picked Bethell to come in, as they think it might spin a bit more.
Miles is in again, short, and he's caught him right in the midriff there, I think, having a swipe at that, trying to pull it onto the leg side was Clark, and there's no run again. Slightly different shades of yellow and blue for both these sides today. Lovely day, plenty of rain overnight around Birmingham and the West Midlands. Ian Bell will show me some pictures in Dorridge of flooding in houses and cars being stranded. I wasn't quite sure it rained that much, but apparently it did.
It certainly did. I'm in the city centre, and I must say I didn't think the game would be going ahead today, but this ground does drain incredibly well, and yeah, we look set fair for a good day's cricket.
I think Gary said he was expecting a millimetre overnight. Got a wee bit more than that. That's up in the air and a chance for a catch here, and it's going to be taken at square leg, and it's taken really comfortably. And Clark has gone. Miles has got his man, and Durham have lost their first